In the following example, we're going to look at integrating the inverse sine of x or the arc sine of x. Now, this is an interesting example because the method that we're going to use is actually integration by parts, which seems a rather strange one to use because normally in integration by parts we have two parts of our integral. Now then, what we're going to do is we're going to change our integral and to make it into a product, the product of two functions. So what we're going to do is we're going to integrate 1 multiplied by the arc sine of x. Now you may remember from your work on differentiation that we know how to differentiate arc sine of x. So the derivative of arc sine of x is 1 over the root of 1 minus x squared. So this is the part of our integral that we're going to find the derivative of. So if we say that v is equal to arc sine of x, then du dx is going to be equal to 1. Let's work out those two parts. So dv dx is equal to 1 over root 1 minus x squared from the formula booklet, and u is going to be equal to x. Let's just remind ourselves of the formula again. So our integral is going to be u times v, so that's x, times the arc sine of x, subtract the integral of u dv dx. So that's x over the square root of 1 minus x squared. Now then, we can see here that our integral is actually not that straightforward still. And we're going to have to use another method to work out this integral. You may recognize that integration by substitution is going to be useful for this integral here. So my substitution is going to be 1 minus x squared, which means du dx is equal to negative 2x. And I can see here I've got x, and I'm going to replace that using this substitution. So how does my substitution work out? So 1 minus x squared is u. So I've got root u on the bottom, x dx, which I can replace with minus a half du. So my integral becomes x arc sine of x, and then let's just tidy this up. So plus, let's take the half outside. I've got the integral of u to the minus a half with respect to u, and let's do our integral. Okay, so u to the power of a half divided by a half, so that's the same as times in by 2 plus a constant. So our 2 and a half are going to cancel out, leaving me with u to the half, which is 1 minus x squared to the power of a half, which is a square root. And there we have our integral for the arc sine of x. So just to summarize, we made the integral into a product and used integration by parts, but that led us to an integral which we couldn't just simply do here. We needed to use substitution, and then that worked out quite nicely for the following answer.